Sometimes when I'm doing yard work, I can think pretty deeply. And today I'm thinking about comparison. Look at this grass. And look at the grass of my neighbor. So beautiful, so green. And I've had a sprinkler that's been broken, so my grass hasn't been watered like it should be. And a lot of times in life, we spend too much time comparing. We wonder what other people think of us. We compare maybe our lives to the lives of our neighbors or our siblings or other members of the church. And just yesterday, actually, an older lady, a patient of mine, she had a T-shirt on. I said, what band is that? It was a band. She'd been to a concert, and she said Coldplay. And I was like, I love Coldplay. I didn't even recognize the T-shirt. I've never been to a Coldplay concert, and as she was describing the concert, I just kept thinking about how I've never been, and how this older lady is like super cool and I'm not, and how she's done some pretty awesome, exciting things and I haven't. And I totally missed her description of the concert because I was so wrapped up in my own head about the things that I haven't done or the things that I'm not, and kind of making those comparisons. That speaks a lot to my deep insecurities, that I'm sitting there feeling insecure, comparing myself to an old lady, but we're all working on something. So if I could just share a word with especially the youth, the teenagers, spend less time comparing yourself to others. Your best friend may have kissed 3 girls and you haven't kissed anybody yet. That's okay. Your best friend might cry when they feel the Spirit, and you don't. You think, or you feel, or you have ideas or curiosities, but you don't have that spiritual, overwhelming feeling that makes you cry. That's okay. As long as you're curious, you're okay with not knowing some things once in a while. I think a lot of times we get discouraged in the church because we say, I know the church is true. I know God lives. I know He loves me. I know I'm a child of God. I know my family loves me. I know I love them too. All these I know statements. So when we get to the point where there's something we don't know, sometimes we freak out. And that's okay. There's going to be a lot of things you don't know in the gospel. Even though the gospel has been restored, doesn't mean I'm the possessor of all knowledge and all truth. That's God. So be patient with yourselves and enjoy the process of becoming who you are, and don't get too caught up in the comparisons. It's too easy, it's too much of a trap, and Satan would love to keep you there. So just a little word from Robbie out in the yard today, fixing my sprinkler. Hopefully next time you see my lawn, it'll be a little greener. Not because I want it to be as good as or better than my neighbors, just because I want it to be my best.